going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another MLB 21 The Show Diamond Dynasty video. In today's video, we're going to be going over the best cards to pick from the Team Affinity Season 2. There are so many free diamonds that you guys can earn, and there's a lot to choose from. It can be a little bit overwhelming, so I went through each of them, and I'm going to go over the best cards that you can choose from each division and give you my thoughts on the best overall cards. So let's get right on into it. Now, if you're looking for the fastest way to complete these Team Affinity programs for Season 2, make sure you check out the comment section down below. We're going to pin a comment to last night's video where I went over the fastest method to get these done. You guys can see my progress. I'm getting there, right? I've been knocking out the conquest missions. We got NLE 76% done. That's one of the best divisions to go over, and that's where we're going to start. So let's take a look at all of the cards from each division and go over the best ones. Now, if you want to see these cards, you don't actually have to like unlock them to see them. You can just go to the pack. So we're going to go to this diamond pack right here. We hit X, it's going to show us what's in the pack, and then if we hit triangle, it'll actually allow us to view the attributes on each card. So in the NL East, I got 3 cards, 2 pitchers, 1 position player that are really good. The first one is Edward Cabrera. This card, I like it a lot. I unlocked this one already, and if you take a look at it, I think the thing that stands out here is 99 velocity, 94 break. His control is pretty solid at 84. Hits per 9, K per 9, above 100 and right at 100. Stamina is really good. Just a very well-rounded card here. And it's always good to have a starting pitcher with 5 pitches. So he's got a sinker, slider, curveball, changeup, and a 4-seam fastball. That 4-seam fastball can definitely get to 100. I've done it already. So you mix that in with a lot of off-speed pitches. Really, really tough to pick up if you mix up your pitches. I like this card a ton. We'll stick with pitchers, and this is the highest overall card, highest overall rated card out of all of these Team Affinity Season 2 cards, and that is Cliff Lee. Now, Cliff Lee is not going to give you the crazy velocity. He's only got 79 velocity, but his pitches are dots, right? He's going to find his mark. If you're a good pinpoint pitcher, this is a must-have card. Stamina 115, Ks per 9 103, and look at the control, 96 control, 99 break. He's got 5 pitches, a lot of off-speed stuff here. Sinker, cutter, circle change, and knuckle curve. Those things can be very difficult to pick up if you're mixing your pitches a lot. And 79 velocity, not terrible, right? But it's not great either. I still like this card a lot. He's a lefty, 97 overall. This is probably, if I was doing the AL East first, this is probably the first card you would go with. Now, the second best card, and actually, all 3 of these cards are really tough. You can pick, if you need a position player, you're going to want to go with Ronnie Marcio. I can't say his name. I took a break and I figured it out, and it's Mauricio. Ronnie Mauricio. We got it on the 8th try. Switch hitter. I love switch hitters in this game because obviously they can hit on both sides of the plate. Secondary position, 3rd, diamond defense, diamond hitting. Take a look at the hitting. Contact against righties, 95, against lefties, 89. And then he's got power too on both sides of the plate. 96 against righties, 82 against lefties is not too shabby. His vision, discipline, and clutch a little bit low, but that's okay. And then look at the defensive stats here, defensive attributes. 88 fielding, 95 arm, 94 reaction. He's not entirely fast, 62 speed, but this card is just, I mean, he can hit, he's got power, he's a switch hitter, he's a good defender. This is a very well-rounded card. If you're looking for a pitcher, out of these 3, it's really tough to call Cliff Lee and Edward Cabrera. One gives you velocity, one's going to give you a lot of breaking pitches and off-speed stuff, so it kind of depends on your style. But if you're looking for a shortstop or just an infielder, Mauricio is definitely one. So those are the top 3 in the NL East. Let's move on over to the NL Central. And this division, not as good. AL East, definitely one of the best. The 2 cards that I think stood out the best to me here, the first one is Johnny Bench, and I think I like this card because number 1, he's a catcher, and catchers, there's, you know, the really good ones out there are pretty expensive, like Jorge Posada. That live series set is really expensive to do, and then you got the Matt Wieters, which is overly expensive on the marketplace. This card is free, and we like free. 94 overall diamond catcher. He can play first and third base as well. diamond hitting, diamond defense. I think he's pretty well-rounded, minus power against righties, but contact against righties 85, against lefties 91, so he's pretty good on both sides. Power against lefties 119, almost has the max there. Remember, you can parallel up these cards. When you get this card to parallel 5, that's 124 power against lefties, which is almost max. And then his vision's 91, discipline 86, and his fielding stats are good. As a catcher, fielding 90, arm 90, reaction 76, a little low, but it's still not terribly bad. And then block is 89, so catcher that can hit and play defense very well. I like this Johnny Bench card. The other card is Quinn Priester. Not too many things to be excited about from the Pittsburgh Pirates organization, but this future star card is really good. He's got 5 pitches. He's got a 4-seam fastball that can get to 97, curveball, changeup, sinker, and slider. Stamina 97, hits per 9, 94, Ks per 9, 97, velocity 97, break 97. Control isn't bad either, 83. Remember, we took a look at the Edward Cabrera. I think his control was right around there. So very, very similar with these two cards, but this one has better break. So if we were looking for a pitcher right now, Cliff Lee is still probably the best. But this Quinn Priester card is right above Edward Cabrera, in my opinion, and probably the first card you would want to pick up after you do the NL Central. Let's move on to the NL West. Now, Brandon Webb, I didn't really highlight this card, but Brandon Webb card, not too bad. If you're looking for a pitcher again, boom, you got one there, but we're not going to cover that. Dante Bichette, this card can hit. Now, if you're looking for defense, don't expect it. Bronze defense, not very good at all. Speed 70s, just going to be bad in the outfield. If you need a pinch hitter, somebody off the bench, a bat off the bench, I mean, look at these hitting stats, right? 100 contact against righties, 125 against lefties. Power is 105 against lefties, 95 against righties. He hits for contact. He hits for power. He hits left and right pitching. His clutch is 121, vision 92. You parallel this card up eventually. I mean, contact, left, right, power, left, right, all going to be in the 100s. Clutch would be at 125. Just an overall outstanding hitter. He's not going to be good at defense, so like I said, is it worth it to use your first card on this choice if he's only going to be a bat off the bench? Maybe not, but there are 2 other options out there. The next one is Tony Gwynn. Now, he can't hit for power, and that's okay. Look at the contact against lefty and righty. 125, maxed on each side. He can play all positions in the outfield, left, center, and right. Hitting diamond, defense diamond. Normally, Tony Gwynn cards have a little bit better speed. I mean, 70's not terrible, but I was expecting him to have a little bit better speed. And then his fielding is pretty good. Fielding 80, arm 84, I don't even know what it's accuracy. Why did I say acceleration? Playing too much Madden. Accuracy 82, reaction 78. Clutch 120 as well, forgot to point that out, and vision 117. So another card that maybe you're going to put him on the bench, right? But say you're in the 9th inning, you got a pinch hit situation, you really need somebody on base. This is a great card to put on base. He's got solid speed if he gets in that situation. I like this card a lot. And then the last one is Willie Mays. Probably the best out of all of these, well-rounded wise. I think Bichette's the best card for hitting purposes, but this Willie Mays is a little bit more well-rounded. Contact against righties, 97. Against lefties, not great at 77. Power on both sides, really good, 85, 89. Vision, 89. And then the fielding stats or defensive stats, 86 fielding, 90 arm, 91 reaction, 78 speed. Remember, you parallel this card up a couple slots, you're getting them into the 90s or the 80s speed, and then you're going to be bumping up those power numbers into the 90s. Contact right against right is going to be over 100. He plays all positions of the outfield as well, right-handed bat. Out of all of these 3 cards, I'd probably say Willie Mays number 1, Dante Bichette number 2, and Tony Gwynn number 3. So we're done with the entire National League. Let's move over to the AL East, and we're going to take a look at 2 cards, kind of 3. Cal Ripken Jr., I got to mention the card, right? Not a bad card. He's going to hit for you. Contact against right and left, very solid. Power against left, good. Vision, good. He's obviously going to be durable, right? Cal Ripken, 99 durability. Fielding, 91. Arm, 95. Acceleration, 91. Reaction, 83. And I keep saying acceleration when it's accuracy. Not very fast, but diamond hitting, diamond defense, well-rounded card. I'd probably say he's, out of the 3 cards I'm going to mention, the 3rd best, but absolutely worth mentioning. Now, Jimmy Fox is the next one. Don't expect defense from this card. Just like Dante Bichette, he actually has common defense. So bad, but he can play catcher. We talked about catcher earlier. He's first baseman, primary, but secondary, third base, and catcher. I probably wouldn't put him at third base, honestly. Contact against right, not good, but then the rest of it is great. Contact against lefties, 116. Power against righties, 92. Power against lefties, 105. Vision 82, discipline 113, durability 94. But like I said, this card can hit. Don't expect defense. I think he's a good utility guy, right? Like if you're gonna need a backup catcher, you might want to throw him in there just in case for whatever reason you need to substitute out. And then the last card, which I think is one of the best cards out of all of them, is Jordan Groshans. I think I got that one right. I mean, this card is superb, guys. Contact against righties, 102. Against lefties, 100. Power on both sides, really good. 92 against right, 86 against left. Discipline, 90. Clutch, 88. And he's really good defensively. Diamond hitting, diamond defense. Primarily a shortstop. He can play third baseman. Right-handed bat as well. Fielding, 82. Arm strength, 92. Accuracy, 87. Got it right that time. 86 reaction. Decent speed at 70. Like I said, probably one of my favorite cards out of all of these new team affinities. The AL Central, probably like my least favorite out of all of the divisions, but they do have two pretty good cards. I think overall disappointing, but Garrett Crochet, think I got his name right here. Really good starting pitcher. 97 hits per 9, 102 Ks per 9. He's got stamina at 92. His control is pretty bad, right? Control 79, but if you're good at pinpoint pitching, you can ignore that because look at it. 99 velocity, 99 break. This card's going to throw fastballs, and the pitches are going to break. He's only got 4 of them, and 2 of them are fastballs. 4-seam, 2-seam, and then he's got a slider and a changeup, but I like this card. If you're a good pitcher, you're going to be able to do work with this card. Like I said earlier, the control is probably the only concern, but if you're a good pinpoint pitcher, you don't have to worry about that. Jim Thome, definitely a good bat off the bench. Not very good defensively with that bronze defense, but look at the hitting attributes. Contact against righties, 119. Against lefties, only 74. Power against righties, 125. Power against lefties, 100. Discipline, 125. Clutch, 116. He's a left-handed bat. He doesn't play anywhere else other than first base. This is probably another card that you might want to pull off the bench. 96 overall, but he's going to hit for you in big spots, and he can definitely hit for power with that 125 and 100. The rest of this division, a little shallow and pedantic in the words of Peter Griffin. Let's move on to the last division, the AL West, which is probably the best one. I don't know. AL East is one of my favorites. AL West is really good as well. We got starting out here with Roy Oswalt, another great pitcher, 113 stamina, his Ks per 9, 93, walks per 9, 105, his home runs per 9, 98. So very efficient there. Control 89, really, really good. Velocity 93. It's not 99, but it's 93. And then break 95. I think this card is probably the most well-rounded pitcher if we take a look at all of them. Cliff Lee, really good with control. Edward Cabrera and Quinn Priester, really good with velocity. And this card is just, it's good at everything. So I like this one a lot. 96 overall. If you're looking for the best pitcher, Cliff Lee is probably it. If you're looking for a pitcher that can do everything, I would definitely go with this Roy Oswalt. Like I said, like the card a lot. Torrey Hunter is the next one up here. He's got diamond hitting, diamond defense, plays all of the outfield there, left, center, and right. Contact against right and left, really good. 93, 117. Power, pretty solid against right with the 80. 94 against lefties. Clutch 107. Fielding is really, really good there. 96 fielding, 75 arm. I would like to see that a little bit better. Accuracy 85, reaction 92, speed 73. You parallel this card up, he's going to look more impressive, but I think this is another really well-rounded card with Torrey Hunter. Moving on, and like I said, this is probably one of my favorite divisions, if not my favorite, is Robert Pawson. He is a 92 overall shortstop. And I'm kind of surprised this card's only a 92. It just looks a little bit better than that. A switch hitter. We love switch hitters. They can hit very, very well. No power numbers here, and that's maybe why it's not a 92. But diamond hitting, diamond defense, contact against righties, 98, against lefties, 90, vision against, or not vision against anybody, but vision, 90. And then the fielding stats, the defensive stats, the speed. Look at the speed. This is a great leadoff hitter, switch hitter, hits for contact. You get him on base, 93 speed, steal is 84, reaction, accuracy, arm strength, fielding, all good, all in the 90s. Really good defensive player, got a lot of speed. I think this is a great leadoff hitter. If you guys are looking for somebody who's going to get on base, get you on base with the hitting, the contact, switch hitter, speed, stealing, all that good stuff. Edgar Martinez, I'm not going to go over him in detail, but this card isn't bad either. We're going to end with Sam Huff, and this is probably one of those other, this is another one that I really, really like because he's a catcher. So we're looking for catchers who can hit. Diamond hitting, diamond defense, contact, lower than power, but still good. Contact against rights, 80. Against lefties, 91. The power numbers are both over 100, left and right. Really like that. And then, of course, the defensive abilities here. As a catcher, he's got fielding at 80, arm strength at 90, accuracy at 84, reaction 78, block is at 80. Probably the best catcher that we went over in this video. So many choices to choose from. If I really had to narrow it down to my favorites, it's tough. I would say Edward Cabrera, everybody from the NL East that I mentioned, Cabrera, Mauricio, Cliff Lee, Quinn Priester from the NL Central, Dante Bichette, and Willie Mays from the NL West. From the AL East, my favorite one is that Jordan Groshans. From the AL Central, I like Garrett Crochet and Jim Thome. And then everybody in the AL West is really good. So those are the best cards. Let me know who you guys are going with for your choices. Your first top 3. Who you going with? Let me know down below in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.